I recently sat down and had a conversation with someone who's making their presence known in both the music and fashion industry, and I cannot wait for you to meet him. Let's take a look. With the Grammy Awards right around the corner, I couldn't be more excited to invite five-time Grammy nominated singer-songwriter Dante Bowe into the studio today. Dante.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I am really excited. I will admit I was a little nervous about my fashion game today.
You look great.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love the shoes, the shirt.
It's on point because
great.
you, correct me if I'm wrong, just got done with New York Fashion Week?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I just introduced you as a Grammy Award nominee.
Yeah.
But you did your first...
Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah, I just can't even get my mind around that. Tell me about that. What were you doing?
Honestly, it was so scary. I mean, Anna Wintour, who's, the head of Vogue, was there in the front audience.
Yeah, just Anna Wintour.
It was really, really scary and nerve-wracking, but I think for my genre of music, it was cool to kind of be the representation there, and I want to do it more.
Yeah, tell me, just go a little bit, your pants, first of all.
Yeah, my best friend, Phil, he made these pants, his clothing brand is Selah, and so he sent me a bunch of stuff. I decided today, I'm going to wear some of the pants.
And you're wearing it well.
Yeah, thanks.
Fashion, obviously fashion and music go well together.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a thing, but to transcend, to go from walking, what do you want to do with fashion? Why is that so important to you?
I believe that fashion is for culture, I think it's one of the leading things, what people wear. It's almost like getting a haircut or like any necessity, you know what I mean? And so I feel like that's a space we hadn't occupied as Christians, and it'd be cool to kind of have us represented in that world, as well as music and all the other things that we do. We're represented in sports, we're represented in music and acting, but I feel like in fashion there's a void there, and I've always loved it from a young age with my dad and my mom. They were always really fashionable people, and so I just want to be one of the leading voices for my genre.
So do you think you'll be designing then too?
Yeah, I sketch a lot, but I want to start really honing in on my designing skills and make something cool. Something cool is going to happen.
Okay, you heard it here first. Something cool is going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it. You said something earlier about, in your genre. I'll admit, I was listening to some of your music. My man was saying, he just transcends everything. It's gospel, it's R&B, do you put yourself in a box, or do you have trouble kind of labeling exactly what you do?
Such a good question. I don't put myself in a box. I understand that labels are important for charting and all the other things, awards and all that. But I try to go in and really tell my story, and whether that be I'm dating somebody, or my relationship with Jesus is everything to me. So whether I'm talking about that or my parents, I kind of try to make a gumbo of all of my experiences and put it on an album. And a lot of it is faith driven, so I think that's what more people lean toward. Calling me as a faith artist, and I love it.
Well, I just know that a lot of artists, especially Christian artists, have trouble labeling themselves as that because it's unfair, right? There's so many genres. And your faith doesn't necessarily have to. It influences your music.
Well, Christian is not a style of music.
Right. That's
Christian is my faith and what I believe in. My style would probably be more R&B soul. However,
And now you're nominated for 5 Grammy Awards. And how many different categories? With how many different groups?
I think it's 3 different categories, and it's myself and my group Maverick City. And so I have 2 or 3 songs that are just me leading, and then I have 2 albums from Maverick City that's nominated.
And how do you, to be a solo artist and then to have that collaborative spirit, what makes that work so well?
I think just knowing who you are and knowing your place, and what I mean by knowing your place is not that you're walking around with your head down when it doesn't pertain to you, but I'm talking about just knowing I'm a son of God and I'm called to other avenues, and I don't have to pick one over the other. And I think Maverick and my team, they work so well together as far as scheduling and making sure it all makes sense, and because they're a pretty big group,
Yeah, I was gonna say, how Maverick City Music, I mean, between that, Elevation Worship, I mean, it's transcending. Bethel, I mean, it's transcending just faith-based listeners.
Yeah.
How do you explain
I think it's because the relevance. I think, you know, I've been through a lot as a believer, not just rainbows and Skittles and good stuff. And I think Chandler and Naomi and Jen Johnson, all my counterparts, they've been through so much. And I think now the world is even listening. I think the pandemic helped a lot with that. People feel like, you know, man, at any moment this could all be different, you know what I mean? And I think a lot of people were leaning towards God in the pandemic, and that was when Maverick really took off. It's because we were constantly releasing content, hopeful content, and content that brought light to people's homes and stuff like that. So I think that's a lot of the reason it's transcending, you know, the Christian listener, because everybody wants hope. Everybody wants to, you know, feel it at least if they don't have it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I wish you all the success in the world. It's been amazing to talk to you. Good luck at the Grammys.
Yeah. Great smile, by the way.
Thank you, Dante Bowe. I appreciate that.
Smile. Yeah.
Well, okay, you need to play Joyful. It's on repeat. I don't have many songs on repeat. Joyful is one of those. It will speak. I've got chills talking about it. Play it for your kids, your family. Like, it changes the atmosphere of a room. That's all I have to say.
Wow.
I can't wait till the next time we get to talk. I can't wait to watch you at the Grammys. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
It means a lot.
Good to see you.